What is up, guys? It's your boy Blackrue back with another video. Before we get started, let's cue in to go Saint. Boom. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer? Best believe I was Blackrue Investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting. So we binge on that Blackrue Investing. Best believe I was Blackrue Investing. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue Investing. Best believe I was Blackrue Investing.
What's going on, guys? Here, let me just check. I want to make sure I got the right mic settings. Boom, boom, boom. No, we don't got the right mic settings here. Let's do. Boom. Now we got the mic right settings. The right mic settings. There we go. Okay, perfect. Okay. All right, awesome. So let's go over here and share with Twitter. So I got something interesting for you guys. Like, what if Bitcoin goes bullish this year? Now, I think I have a pretty interesting thought about it. Let's go also live on Rockfin. All right, we were live on Rockfin. Okay, so we're live here. We're live on Rockfin. And let's go ahead. Comments here. And then let's share the screen before we forget to do that. Share screen. Share audio. Boom. Okay, now let's make sure again we're live on Rockfin. Says we're live. Doesn't look like we're live. Okay, says we're live on Rockfin. All right, cool. So let's go share with everyone on Twitter, and then we can get this party started, guys. And if you guys have any questions, as always, just put them into the comment box, and we can check them out there. Let's grab the link, shall we? Come on over to darkhorsewatcher.com where you can like and subscribe. Boom. Okay, cool. Got this while people are coming in. You can do this tweet right quick. Live now. Okay. So, guys, this is what I wanted to hit you with. Shout out to Bitcoin Zay out there, because something he said kind of made me think about this. Okay. Now, I haven't seen anyone talk about this or take this tact with it. And this is where the idea came from for me. It was two different things. Okay. And let's just check out Bitcoin's price right now. It's looking like, because remember it was a new moon, right? And I kind of told you guys it was going to fall for the new moon. So it did kind of fall a bit for the new moon. If you look at the RSI in the 1 hour, keeps doing lower highs. So it got up to about 23.2. 23.4 here, and it keeps doing lower highs after that. So chances are maybe it stops. If we look at that yellow point right there, if you can pass this and get back to 23, maybe it continues. But that would mean it would have to pass through this yellow resistance and move up into that next little, I guess that's green as well. But here's what I was thinking. So let's go to the day chart. I saw my guys at the Gentlemen of Crypto, they were talking about Bitcoin, right? Let's also get rid of these other markers here. And let's make that just a little bit bigger. And let's make this bigger as well. So, last halving. The last halving, guys. Let's make this bigger. Okay. So, this is Bitcoin. Last halving. The last halving was May to April 2020. Okay. Now that would put us right around here. Right here. So first, I want to take you over to a page I follow on Twitter. I love this dude's page. Arwalk, Sherlock Hoddles. Check out his page. It's one of the funniest. Like, my man posts memes every morning, like pretty much every day. Like, where's his latest one? It's pretty funny. This guy. It's pretty funny. He has some. That one was pretty good. But he has some funny ones. But one thing he posted, like this one's hilarious. Traders having to relearn the long again. The dog's just sitting there waiting for her to open the door like it's closed, so she opens it. But anyway, he put up this post from John McAfee. He said, and this was in 2017, when I predicted Bitcoin at 500K by the end of 2020, he used a model that predicted 5,000 at the end of 2017. Bitcoin has accelerated much faster than my model assumptions. I now predict Bitcoin at 1 million by the end of 2020. I will still eat my jick if wrong. He puts on this. Hilarious, right? Of course, he was wrong. But let's look a little deeper into that. He predicted 500,000 by the end of 2020. So Bitcoin in 2017 raised to 17K, and it kind of pulled back and lost all that money. So it tripled John's estimate. So I understand why he was thinking, okay, maybe 500,000, right? This is what I want us to consider. Okay. Let me go back to the chart. So remember, last halving was like here, May 2020. Now, do you realize what happened right here? What happened here, guys? Rona happened there. So could it have been possible that Bitcoin was on its way to go bullish before the whole Rona hit, like the stock market and all types of markets, and carry them down? Is it possible that it was going to go even on a bigger bull rip had not Rona come and stopped it there? It's just something to consider, right? I don't know. What do you guys think about that before we go into it a little bit more? Okay, I don't know if I can't see my comments or if nobody's just commenting. It's usually people comment right out the gate. That's okay. Maybe people are just chilling. They don't want to comment. That's cool. Okay, so let's go back to this here. So maybe Rona derailed what would have actually made Bitcoin much higher than what it was. So it's a little revisionist history. We still got Bitcoin up to like almost 60, 69, 68, right? But perhaps if this never happened, maybe we got more bullish Bitcoin, right? I don't know. That's something to consider. But if you look at the way that Bitcoin is lining up right now, and I got into this discussion with Mainly Music, a frequent viewer. Shout out to Mainly. He's asking, okay, where do you see Bitcoin in the next 10 years? And I came out to basically $1 million by 2020 or 2030, 2022. And the way that I came to that is in 2017, we got to a high of 17K here, and that was the halving before the last one. And then the halving after this, we got to 3 times that, basically. 17 times 4 is pretty much 69. We'll whip out the trusty calculator so we can just be pretty certain of that, and you'll see it on the screen as well. So that'll be a good thing to do, right? Times 4, 68. Which is basically the high that Bitcoin got to, right? So basically, okay, now what can we expect with this next bull run? Maybe 250. Maybe somewhere around 250, 275. Maybe that's something we can expect in this next bull run. But I don't know. That's just something to contemplate, that perhaps Rona actually stalled Bitcoin in its dominance. I don't know. That still remains to be seen. As far as what we have right now with Bitcoin, we just said, okay, if it breaks past 3,000, then we got, or 23K again, then maybe we have something. But for now, as far as the 1 hour chart, we're on a day right now. As far as the 1 hour chart, the next kind of resistance that we really need to look at is 23. But it has to first pass, like legitimately pass 22.89. Okay. If it gets into that 22.89 area, then we got to see if it passes 23. That's where we are on the 1 hour chart. But for right now, firmly, that yellow has been the place where it has stopped and stalled. It's tried to get past it now, it seems, at least 3 times. So this is the 4th. If it gets past, this would be the time that it would either break it or don't. So if it don't, how far can we go? Again, I still think how far we can go if it doesn't get that far is somewhere, I believe, if we go back to the day chart, half of what we gained which is like 19.5, somewhere close to that, 18.5, 19.5, around that area, right? But one thing also that's interesting to note is while Bitcoin's kind of playing around a little bit, things like Filecoin, which again, this is one of the ones we pointed out, and then BitBoy, shout out to BitBoy. BitBoy kind of hopped on right after we started talking about it. BitBoy also hopped onto the LCX train. It's great for me because it's better for my Patreon members and my subscribers. We're making real good cash from that. But you can see here, Filecoin seems to be, oops, I don't know what's up with my alert. Filecoin seems to be carrying on without Bitcoin here. I don't know why it's telling me this. It never tells me that the alert might trigger differently. I don't know why it did that. But we see here, Filecoin seems to have broken past this blue resistance. You can see here, you can trace that blue resistance all the way down, and it broke out past it. So Filecoin's done broke out. It done broke out, y'all. So where can we even expect Filecoin from here? I don't know. $6 is probably a good deal. This 200 EMA is a really good point for it. And if we go back a little bit, $6 was a good really point for it. Let's take this. $6 was a woof. Bear with me here. This mouse. So yeah, you see that shelf right there, right here. $6 was a very kind of good point for Filecoin. It seemed to sit right on that 6 to like high fives area for like a good while in 2022. So, and you can see that back here too. 5 to 6 seems to be where it wants to sit. So, kudos to those of us who got it at $3 down here and even lower than $3, because that was a good point. Sky's the limit with this one, especially since they're creating their own blockchain, their own layer one. So they'll have the layer one and this decentralized storage. I think the sky's the limit for this one, especially when you look at its supply. Let's kind of bring Filecoin up right here, right quick. It's a decent supply. Let's see actually where Ethereum is with this supply. I think it's like 180 million. Could be wrong on that. I don't check Ethereum like that much. Okay, 120. So Filecoin's about double its supply, or triple, excuse me, its supply. So I don't know. Maybe we could see Filecoin, if it had a ETH market cap, what's a third of ETH right now? Maybe we see $533 Filecoin in the near future. I know I would love that. I would love that quite a lot. Yes, I would. I'm not kidding you right there. I would love that. So let me see if we got any questions in here. What's up, Nerd Up Inc. Marv? What's up, Crypto Clady? Crypto Clady's going good night. What's up, Mark Gutier? I don't know how I just like went right over your comment. If Rona never happened, there would be no justification to print dollars to pump the markets until we reach higher inflation. Rona was the catalyst for the last bull market. My unprofessional opinion. Exactly, and it's really destroying. It's just destroying the value of the dollar, and so that we're having like really a debt problem, a debt crisis, and cash has long been trash. Crypto is king at this point. I feel like I was watching something. This I forget who this guy is. Tom Billieu or something like this with Michael Saylor. And Michael Saylor, man, Michael Saylor was hitting some real strong stuff here. I wish I had things to just point out to you guys in here, but the entire interview was great. One of the things he pointed out was, okay, how MicroStrategy just was like, okay, we're going to buy tons of Bitcoin. And they even bought Bitcoin at a high. And he was basically like, okay, well, I have a 10-year strategy about Bitcoin. Remember, and I brought it up a little bit earlier. Remember when I was talking to Mainly Music? And not only me, it was also Kathy Wood, who says she thinks there will be $1 million Bitcoin by 2030. Pretty much about what I was saying. I was saying like 2030, 2032. Okay. Because 2032 is when another 4-year cycle happens. So she's saying like in the middle of that cycle, we get the mill. So I don't know if it will be in the middle of a cycle. That's why I was saying like, okay, I'm a little cloudy on that if it's 2030 or 2032. Because the next, like in the 10-year cycle, 2032 is another halving point. So Saylor back then, getting Bitcoin at that price is still a bargain, even though he was getting it at the high, because he was buying it with dollars that weren't really worth much, if that makes sense. Like if it would have costed him so much more to use that same money right now if he took a loan now than when he took a loan back then, due to the inflation, right? So actually, him even getting Bitcoin at a high was actually a brilliant move because money is worth less now, if that makes sense. Because of all the money we printed in the last 2 years, him actually getting Bitcoin at a high with the money he loaned out then was actually better for him. So, in this interview, by the way, it's only from like 2 months ago. So it was brilliant when he said it and how he said it, because it's like, okay, he's holding Bitcoin for 10 years. That same Bitcoin he got at a quote unquote high, not only did he get it for a cheaper price because of inflation, he also got it at a cheaper price because in 10 years from now, those same Bitcoins will be worth $1 million a piece. Brilliant, right? Brilliant. When you look at some of these bank coins, the same notion arises. Okay, so if XRP becomes like a Federal Reserve currency and they need to buy it back from XRP holders, then it's really valuable, right? Because at some point, the way they're devaluing cash, this is worldwide now. Worldwide, they're devaluing cash. then these bank coins are going to be something that's really a commodity, a great commodity. Um, so not only does that apply to Bitcoin, it also, in my mind, applies to these bank coins like a Quant, like an XRP, like a Stellar, like those. Okay. So, um, yeah, yeah. He also was talking about gold, and he made a good point about gold too. It's like Bitcoin's more valuable than gold because there's always more gold being mined, and not only is there more gold being mined, um, not only is there more gold being mined, you got to find a place to store it, and you got to find a place to store it. You got to, like, how do you easily exchange it? And I was like, okay, he makes a lot of point, and it's kind of it's kind of inflationary because people are always mining more gold. However, with Bitcoin, there's only going to be 21 million of them, and everybody's constantly losing them, losing their their keys or whatever. So same thing goes for these bank coins, right? Same thing goes for yeah, same thing goes for the bank coins. Same thing goes for things like Litecoin, which people are mining. You can almost think of Litecoin as silver to Bitcoin's gold. And Litecoin has a halving coming up in August. So maybe we see Litecoin. This was its last halving in 2019. It went all the way up to $119. Maybe this halving, like I don't, let me see. I guess the halving before that, if it's 2019, maybe the last halving before would be here. Nah, that doesn't sound right. Doesn't feel right. If they do it in 4-year intervals, it would have been 2015, right? But I don't know. Maybe they don't do it in 4-year intervals. I don't know. Let me see. Let's look up Litecoin halvings. Okay. So it happens every 4 years. So 2019, 2015, 2011. Okay, Flux halving in February of this year. Okay, Flux halving February. Um, Handshake halving in May. Litecoin halving in August. Also, Dash is having a halving. They didn't put that in here anywhere. Okay, yeah, there it is. Oh, I thought the Dash halving was supposed to be in 2013, or I'm sorry, 2023. I guess it happened already. I don't know. I think it's wrong on this Dash halving. I'm pretty sure it's wrong on that one, but Flux might be one that we would want to look at if that's the case. Let's see if we can find some information on that Dash halving. I don't know if they're right on that one. So this says June 20th, 2023. This one says it's completed. I don't know. I don't know where we can find the correct information. Probably on Dash's website or something like that. But I don't know. I'll have to find out the right information on that later. But the Litecoin halving is in August. So where were we here? So it would be nice. We really don't have any precedent with this Litecoin one, like to say how far it's going to go up for its halving. There's really not too much of a precedent there. So right here we got a 5x here, or yeah, basically like a 5x. So I'm going to say 20, 22 to, no, actually that was a 6x. But I don't know. I don't think we get a 6x from here. If we get a 6x from here, that puts Litecoin all the way at, so 41, 6x is 41. That put it at 200 and 6 times 4. Yeah, so that put it at $240. So I put it right around here. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see with Litecoin if we actually get that or not. And guys, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments there. So it said Flux halving is in February. Let's go ahead and bring up Flux. Okay, here we go, Flux. So Flux was as low as 45 cents. It, like everything else, has gone up about 20%, 25% in the last little bull run here. It's a little bullish run. Yeah, how much is that? Well, technically, it's gone up. If you say it's at 45%, it's gone up almost 50% of where it was at. So that's something. But it's also heading into this halving. See if we can get an idea. Yeah, zero can get zero idea of where it's gonna go because of its halving. I don't know. Maybe in February we get a little dollar and 34% action for Flux because of its halving. Let's see where we can buy Flux. KuCoin, PancakeSwap, Binance. Gate.io, Bittrex, Crypto.com. Okay, so you can get this a couple different places. So that's something to note. It's going to have in February. Maybe that's something you want to hop on. Pretty low supply, only 440 million. That's just something to note right there with Flux. All right, cool guys. Seems like we're gonna have a little quick show then tonight. Be sure to catch me on Monday. I'm pretty sure we'll be on Monday. If not, for sure, on Gentlemen of Crypto Day, which is Wednesday. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Have a good one, guys. Peace.